Good morning and a pleasant 50-50 on Sky 107.1. And all of you who are just joining us today for the first time, today is the 13th day of October 2021. And welcoming you on this edition of the program. My name is Matthias Larneindee. With this topic, why is the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party refusing to form part of the turning over ceremony of CPP Leadership to the Unity Party slated for October 15, 2021? We're going to read you a leaked letter. So far, so good. To the best of my knowledge, it is only Sky FM that is in possession of this leaked communication from the Liberty Party. We also have some dailies here. We're going to read you the headlines here and open the lines to hear from you, our valuable listeners, to participate on the program. We'll be right back after this break.
Our manager has said the better money. Oh,
hey man, sorry man, but you can really last month about you.
See, to be a new pig. I just want to buy my friend data for the week.
Hey man, you worry for nothing. That go guys say a new thing. You'll be surprised with the kind of new data account is.
My oh man, they are still here talking plenty.
Yes, get a new SIM card for only 50 cents and you receive free 200 megabytes, valid for 7 days, and free 50 minutes on net credit, valid for 7 days. Now, all new customers acquiring a new SIM card will be able to use it right away. Enjoy rapid communication with friends and loved ones. We'll take pride in bringing you closer to what matters the most.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
T-Brush, that you? Hey. I'm surprised because most of you keep quiet when you go to America.
Come on, man. I told you I'll make a difference, girl. By the way, I need to send you some cash, but heard that the banks are closed today in LIB.
You sleeping? Now, bro, come to another level. You can send your script to my phone.
Receive money from your family and friends in the U.S. directly into your Orange Money wallet. Yes, you heard me right. Tell your loved ones to download the BNB or Small World money transfer apps or visit their websites to begin transferring. Visit www.orange.com.lr for more information. Free for sender until 30th November.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Here we go. I am done transferring money from my account to my phone, and I didn't forget to purchase some data for both of us.
Eva, how did you manage to finish the process so fast?
Ma, I'm using the new app there. With just one tap, I see all I want to do, making transaction quick and easy for me.
You mean it easy and I only have to download the app?
Yes, so ma. And by the way, the item you took, on me, Marco. I am paying using the same app. My transaction on the screen right for me.
No need to go through a long, tedious process to transact. Now, with one single tap, you find all options to complete your transactions. Download the Orange Money app from Play Store and the iPhone App Store and start enjoying. Easy like 1, 2, 3.
Brings you closer.
Excuse me, Papa, if you want bottle of wine, that's another plate of barbecue chicken, and
wait up to wait 1 minute. Oh, come back. A lollipop. I know I told you to relax and enjoy. But sorry, I just checked and don't have enough cash.
Oh man, I am worried there. The Latin, I got cash on my phone. You will scan and pay. But I want my money back as soon as you get home.
No problem there. But explain to me some more. Scan and pay?
Yes. With money in your Orange Money wallet, you can now scan and pay using QR codes. Check with your favorite merchants. Don't be left behind. To pay, simply download and open the Orange Money Africa app, select Scan It, and scan. Now payment is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Orange Money QR codes.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hello, your number one 100% Liberian-owned professional garage and auto parts dealer, Uptown Garage, is still around and going stronger and getting better. Yes, Uptown Garage at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets, after 20 years in the business, has a new spare parts store known as Uptown Spare Parts on Broad Street side. You don't have to order spare parts from overseas. You can purchase brand new spare parts for your car from us. No more used parts. For original spark plug from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to us. Uptown Garage has a branch at Rehab that you can also count on. We have a diagnoser that can find and we fix any problem on your car. With our sophisticated equipment, we give 1 month. Provide a tow truck free of charge if it's our garage that will work on your car, or we can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Uptown Garage has been around for 20 years now, providing reliable, efficient, and professional services and durable auto parts for your car. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317 553317 or at branch on 0770-902865. Our email address is uptowngarage2014@gmail.com. Uptown Garage, always the best. Forget the rest.
Welcome back to 50/50 on Sky 107.1. Today is the 13th day of October 2021. My name is Matthias, and I'm here alone today. The original driver of this aircraft is not here, but I'm here to give you breakfast just as you always, expect it. Well, this morning we are asking a very interesting question. Why is the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party refusing to form part of the turning over ceremony of the CPP leadership to the Unity Party that is slated for the 15th of October 2021? We are going to be reading you a communication leaked from the Liberty Party. So far, I think we are in possession of it. So we have a communication. We're going to read that for you. And but before that, let me quickly bring you the banner headlines of the few papers we have here. We have the Front Page Africa, the New Democrat newspaper, and the New Republic newspaper. The Front Page Africa, today's edition, volume 15, number 174, is sold for $40 Liberian. And the banner headline here says, dual citizenship coming into force. Natural-born Liberians holding passports of foreign nations are still entitled to Liberian passports. Dual citizenship coming into force. Women farmers, agriculture sector hardly hit by coronavirus pandemic. Women farmers made destitute. Let me read this few lines. During the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic in Liberia, farmers were affected in their farming activities throughout the 15 counties of Liberia. They could not fully practice their normal group farming activities. Neither did they have access to clean seeds, by the way, and other farming inputs to grow food. Julius M. Bass, National Coordinator of the Farmers Union Network of Liberia. In the back page of the Front Page Africa Sports, appoint Coach Keita as interim coach. Where Blady Bidel admonishes the Liberia Football Association. The editorial of the Front Page Africa newspaper today is saying, Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, the onus is now on you to allow fair play in the investigation of the alleged tampering. Tampering of what? Get yourself a copy of the Front Page Africa newspaper this morning, and you're going to know exactly what it contains. It seems Nyombli Kanga Lawrence is actually having a real hot bath lately due to a lot of political controversies surrounding her party as well as the CPP. Let's move on to the New Democrat newspaper. Today's edition is volume 28, number 129, and it's sold for $40 Liberian. The motto here is towards the achievement of social justice. We hope so. And the banner headline here says, for 4 convicted Nigerians deported for 208,000 bank heist. Chief Justice wants ritual killing reports investigated. 2 arrested over elephant killing. Stop the indiscriminate killing of animals. The back page of the New Democrat newspaper says, PLP force alarmist faces court. PLP false alarmist faces court. Police rescue kidnap. And the editorial of the New Democrat newspaper this morning. Well, there seem to be no editorial, but let's quickly move into yes, it's here. And it says, yes, city mayor, wake up and collect the dirt. City mayor, wake up and collect the dirt. This is a wake up call to the mayor of the city of Monrovia, Mayor Jefferson Koji. And the last paper here is the New Republic newspaper with the motto Light for All. And today's edition is volume 11, number 69, is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. The front page, major headline, Dr. Cassiel defrauds government. Dr. Cassiel defrauds government. Wow, isn't it an interesting story to read? Maybe you're going to get yourself a copy today. It's a question, by the way. So the back page of the New Republic newspaper says, investigate all reports of killings. Chief Justice Francis Kakbor. Wango saw or watched dialogue with political parties women over reform in election law. And the CPP to test Boaka's leadership ability, sets to take over chairmanship. That's our discussion this morning. But the editorial of the New Republic newspaper is saying, who is in charge? The worrying increase of lawlessness. Who is in charge? In charge of what? Security, the economy, the government, the state of affairs? This is a very great question. Hypothetical, by the way. Worrying increase of lawlessness. Well, that's it for the look of the local data this morning on 50/50. Our topic this morning is very interesting. Why is the National Executive Committee, according to our sources, informing the political leader of the Liberty Party, Madam Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, that it is not going to form part of the turning over ceremony of the CPP leadership to the United Party? Comes October 15th, which is Friday, slated for this Friday. And there's a communication I have before me right now I'm going to read. I know many of you have heard a number of analysis from other analysts, and in fact, political pundits have said a number of things that, well, Joseph Boakai, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai does not want to head the CPP. We're going to get to that point. He does not want to serve as chairman of the CPP for some reasons. But right now, the party that is in charge of the leadership has some, there has been too many things, by the way, coming up from that very party. But right, the issue of turning over the leadership. If the National Executive Committee of the party is writing the political leader of that party, that, madam, you are proceeding wrongly. And it will shock you to note that upon reading this communication, you're going to understand few things. That Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, to some extent, Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, to some extent, has ignored many calls coming from, some of our own parties, as well as a communication that came from the Unity Party some time ago to the Liberty Party, informing the Liberty Party that we are now ready for us to start the processes leading to transitioning the leadership of the CPP from the Liberty Party. That communication, according to this leaked communication in my possession right now, was ignored also by the political leader of the Liberty Party, Madam Nyombli Kanga Lawrence. Let's read. Liberty Party, National Headquarters, 19th Street, Monrovia, Republic of Liberia, October 12, 2021. Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, political leader, Liberty Party. Dear Madam Political Leader, esteemed compliments, best wishes. So moving forward, you're going to be hearing me say PL in this communication. PL basically means political leader, right? To shorten the voice. So it says here, it has come to the attention of the Liberty Party National Executive Committee after seeing flyers on social media that the LP will be turning over CPP leadership to the Unity Party on Friday, October 15, 2021 at the UP headquarters. Madam PL, which means political leader, may I inform you that this comes as shock to the NEC, which is the National Executive Committee, and remind you of the following. 1. As tradition and procedure requires in turning over authority to another CPP constituent party, consistent with Article 9.33 of the CPP framework document, When LP was taken over from the Alternative National Congress, ANC, the process was initiated by the setting up of a transition committee that worked for more than 2 weeks to plan for and execute the transition activities before the official turnover ceremony. It is done in this manner because the transition is not just an event, but a process that includes turning over relevant documents, removing CPP billboard and flag to the party taking over, etc. 2. Additionally, the official turnover ceremony marking the transition at the headquarters of the constituent party that is relinquishing authority and not at the headquarters of the incoming constituent party. This is evidenced in the case of ANC transitioning to LP. Can we discuss a few things here before we move further to the remaining paragraphs of the letter? First of all, in the lead of this communication, the National Executive Committee is astonished to notice that processes leading to transitioning from the Liberty Party to the Unity Party, the National Executive Committee was not even informed about this process, this exercise. But some of the members woke up one morning and saw flyers on social media that the Liberty Party is going to be transitioning the CPP leadership or turning over the CPP leadership to the Unity Party. That information should have been an in-house information. But the members of the executive committee should not have waken up one morning, by the way, seeing flyers on social media that, oh, it's just like I'm getting married. Julius is my brother. I didn't inform Julius, and Julius just woke up. My wedding invitation all over on social media. He's going to get really angry with me, right? So the National Executive Committee is saying, how can you, in the first place, this is a question, right? It's a very terrible one. What a way of ignoring our own power. What a way of ignoring our responsibility as members of this prestigious party that people looked up to yesterday as a party of morality, built on moral grounds. May his soul rest in peace. Councillor Charles Walker Bromskin really did well with the party. But it seems currently it is now all of the moral values of the party has now been placed on hiatus due to some internal wranglings. So the National Executive Committee is saying all the flyers are on social media. I would not even know about this. Then the second thing is that, well, usually when we are turning over, like when we're taking over, which is the Liberty Party National Executive Committee speaking now, right, through this communication, when we were taking over from the ANC, it took us 2 weeks to prepare for this transitioning ceremony. So there were meetings. Folks from the ANC and the Liberty Party worked together to ensure that they set up a date, plan everything, documents will be turned over to the ANC or to the Liberty Party, and that committee was set up. Obviously, you have to have a committee that will comprise of folks from the ANC. In this case now, a committee should be set up. It should be comprised of folks from the Unity Party and the Liberty Party, and they should work together to understand each other. So yeah, we're taking over from you. So tell us about this investigation thing, because at this point, if you turn over the investigation about the framework document, the responsibility will be turned over to the Unity Party. So the Unity Party will continue now with the investigation as to who fingered, in their words, the document, right? But if you do not do it properly, how then are the people going to get the documents? Now, without the Unity Party even taking over yet, the party that is turning over, the National Executive Committee of that party, is already raising concerns that, well, we don't know about this. The process that is leading to this turnover ceremony is completely astonishing to us that we do not understand why is the political leader doing this. Let's go further. Another thing is that the turning over, additionally, the official turnover ceremony marking the transition is held at the headquarters, the headquarters of the party that is in charge. Some of you who are Christians, right? My boss, T-Max, likes to quote the Bible a lot, but I'm not quoting, but I'm just saying practically some of the things I will witness. If you are from one Pentecostal church, one branch, right? Another Pentecostal church, and the woman you want to get married to is coming from the other church. Where do you go to marry that woman? Princess, where do you do that? You marry the woman from her church, right? And you take her to your church. In the case of this transition ceremony, the program should be held at the Liberty Party headquarters. But Nyombli Kanga Lawrence is saying, no, we are going to have the ceremony at the Unity Party. No, madam, it's an error. The occasion should be taking place at the headquarters of the Liberty Party. Then the Unity Party will take it to, to their party. But you cannot take the whole thing. Somebody's coming to receive something from you. You're going to marry a woman. It is not the woman's family that are going to come to your house for the dowry payment. You're going to go to the woman's family. In this case, it is the Unity Party that's taking. So in order to take, you have to go. It's not receiving, right? If you, in this case, if the Liberty Party goes to the Unity Party headquarters, it means the Liberty Party is taking something to the Unity Party. But the Unity Party should go to the Liberty Party headquarters, attend the ceremony, and after everything, they cannot take the entire leadership to their party, then they work together. The executive committee in this leaked communication is saying, no, madam, you cannot insult us like that. We are responsible people. Yeah, the Unity Party should come to our headquarters for the turnover ceremony, not the Liberty Party going to the Unity Party headquarters. Let's read the remaining lines. Madam PR, meaning political leader, it was against the above tradition and procedures that the LP/CPP Secretary General wrote the LP on the 13th of September through its Secretary General, informing UP of LP's readiness to transition and requesting the commencement of transition meetings. Since the 13th of September, this communication was written informing the Unity Party that the LP is now ready to transition leadership, the leadership of the CPP to the Unity Party. Madam Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, according to our sources, has not called any meeting with the National Executive Committee, informing that body that, yes, let us set up a committee that will lead to transitioning this leadership to the Unity Party. Let's go on. The UP replied and said that on the issue of the transition of authority, the party, UP, will work with you, Madam PL, to inform us on the above transition, tradition, and procedures, ignoring the fact that the transition is between parties and not individuals. It seems the National Executive Committee, deductively, from what I'm looking at here, is observing that Madam Nyombli Kanga Lawrence is taking this whole leadership thing out of friendship with Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai. Oh, the man my papi, the man maybe papi too old, so I should take the thing to him instead of him coming to me to receive it. It's not friendship, madam. The National Executive Committee is saying to you that this is not friendship thing. Let's do the right thing. Let's go on further. The LP communication to the UP was clear that the turnover ceremony was the final part of the transition, and as such, the date for this ceremony needed to be discussed and agreed upon at the transition meeting. On the contrary, Madam PL, there have been no transition committee set up as requested by the LP, and LP and you and the UP have scheduled the turning program to be held at the UP headquarters. Really? Sadly, Madam PL, these are the facts that contradict the tradition and procedures for the transition of authority. It is our hope that you will correct this action and engage the LP NEC, National Executive Committee, to discuss the LP turnover in light of moving on with your plan as indicated by the UP in its response to the LP communication on transition. Regards, signed, Martin C. Kola, National Secretary General, Liberty Party. Approved, Musa Hassan Bility, National Chairman, Liberty Party. CC copy, LP National Executive Committee, LP National Advisory Council, and is filed. You get that? So right now, there is fire on the mountain. It's not just on the mountain, but there's a serious leadership. There's something is happening in the CPP. I want to generalize it a little bit. Initially, we heard something that, well, the president, the former vice president, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, they didn't want to take over. Those were gossips that came up. But from this communication and other information we've gathered, it shows that, well, the United Party actually wants to take over this particular leadership, but it needed to do so with a process. So the United Party communicated and everything, and the Secretary General of the CPP communicated, informing the United Party that, the LP is now ready for the transition ceremony. There were other speculations that Joseph Yuma Boakai is somehow hesitant about taking over this leadership, because if he does, he's going to be in charge until during the time of convention. And convention is somewhere around December. So that is about 8 months. He's going to be in charge of this leadership up to in 8 months' time. So maybe there's something I'm missing out of there, but someone can help me out doing an interaction with you, the public. So what is in charge? He cannot participate for the scouting of the political leader or standard bearer of the CPP. But that is a different discussion for another day. Back to this communication. What do you see? Yesterday, somebody referred to Nyombli Kanga Lawrence as a lady who reads but doesn't comprehend. So Mr. Alexander Cummings did not say that directly, but in his communication, in his press conference, it sounded that way. That how could you read a document and not understand it, but then come up to shift blame, at one individual? Now the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party is also challenging this lady. Now we have just few days. Mind you, today is what? Wednesday. You have Thursday. We have 1 day in between. Then Friday is the turnover ceremony. The flyers are on social media. The National Executive Committee is saying no. It is not in the know. It knows nothing about this thing. It is just seeing things on social media, and the United Party is saying, yeah, we are ready to receive the leadership of the CPP. We are now going to be chairing the leadership of the CPP. Unbeknownst to the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party. But what is more interesting is that despite the fact that communication was done and the Liberty Party political leader, Madam Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, received said communication, she reportedly ignored the communication till this day that it has now come to the public, and SCAR has this leaked communication, and we are now informing you, the public, that, well, this is what's going on. So those of you who are married, those of you who have married before, or maybe you divorced, sorry for that, whatever led to that, sorry. But if you are getting married, I'm very sure you're not going to sit at your house and invite your in-laws, no matter how wealthy you can be. The poorest among the poor in the society, you still have to wake up and lower your shoulders and go to their home and take their daughter to your house. If you're doing that in the church, you have to go to your woman's church, even if she's from the Aladura church, she's from the Jehovah Witness church, she's from the Catholic church. You have to go to that place, even if it is forbidding. Even if you are a Muslim, you want to get married to a Christian, you must go to that church, take that woman from there, and take her to your mosque if she agrees to attend the mosque. In this case, the Liberty Party should not be leaving her party headquarters to go to the United Party and say, well, we've come to turn over the leadership, to you. Our time has expired. So therefore, you should now take over the leadership of this particular, the CPP leadership. But the United Party should be the one going to the Liberty Party and saying, well, it's now time. Turn it over. We will take it to our party, and every other thing that we need to know, we're going to have a conversation. This communication is also guiding Madam Nyombli Kanga Lawrence. If she proceeds with this process, she may get herself into serious trouble. How so? There's a line here that talks about, as tradition and procedure requires in turning over authority to another CPP constituent party, consistent with Article 9.33 of the CPP framework document, when LP was taken over from the Alternative National Congress, the process was initiated by the setting up. All right. Now, this is the reason why these things happen is because, number one, you have to understand that the whole thing about this whole documenting the turning over ceremony, it's like Matthias is taking over T-Max from T-Max, the 50-50 show. Right now, he's guiding me a little bit. the day he decided to say, Matthias, take over the 50-50 show from me, there are basic conversations, basic things that we need to have. I need to have in my possession that, this thing is very important. How do I do this? When this thing comes up, how do I handle it on the 50-50 and all of that? These basic educations will be provided so that I can be able to present the show in a way that it will represent, the real 50-50. It will not be that Matthias will do his own thing. But there's this communication quickly I'm going to read, and then we're going to move on to our producers. We'll take our break. We'll come back, open the lines to hear from you. This is from Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakar Sr. yesterday. He said, fellow Liberians, I will officially take over the leadership of the collaborating political parties, CPP, from the outgoing chairperson, Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, political leader of the Liberty Party, this Friday on October 15 at the Unity Party headquarters in Kongatown. I hereby call on all partisans, supporters, collaborating political parties to assemble at the UP headquarters beginning 12 noon to witness and participate in the turning over ceremony. Long live the CPP. God bless Liberia. Madam Yombli Kanga Lawrence is taking thing to be like daughter and father thing. Not daughter and father thing here. This is not leadership here. The right thing should be done. You see, now Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakar is even relaxed now. That I don't have to drive to go to Liberty Party headquarters. My daughter is going to bring all the documents to me and she's going to turn them over. We're going to take a break. When we come back, hear from you, our valuable listeners, for your participation. My name is Matthias Larneindee.
Our manager Jackman said he got the money.
Hey, man. Sorry, man. But you can really that small thing about you.
Let's see, it's been a new pin. Now, Jackie will buy my friend and for the week.
Hey, man. You worry for nothing. Jack will get yourself a new thing. You'll be surprised with the kind of new gift that come with it.
My, oh, man. They are still here talking plenty.
Yes. Get a new SIM card for only 50 cents and you'll receive free 200 megabytes, valid for 7 days, and free 50 minutes on net credit, valid for 7 days. Now, all new customers acquiring a new SIM card will be able to use it right away. Enjoy rapid communication with friends and loved ones. We take pride in bringing you closer to what matters the most.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hey, y'all. What's up back home in LIV, man?
T-Brush, that you? Hey, what are you for you, man? I'm surprised because most of you can't call your friend when you go to America.
Come on, man. I told you I'll make the difference, girl. By the way, I need to send you some cash, but heard that the banks are closed today in LIV.
You sleeping? That bro going to another level. You can send your script to my phone.
Receive money from your family and friends in the U.S. directly into your Orange Money wallet. Yes, you heard me right. Tell your loved ones to download the BNB or Small World money transfer apps or visit their websites to begin transferring. Visit www.orange.com.lr for more information. Free for sender until 30th November.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Here we go. I am done transferring money from my account to my phone. And I didn't forget to purchase some data for both of us.
Eva, how did you manage to finish the process so fast?
Ma, I'm using the new app there. With just one tap, I see all I want to do. Making transaction quick and easy for me.
You mean it easy and I only have to download the app?
Yes, so, ma. And by the way, the item you took, I am paying using the same app. My transaction on the screen right in front of me.
No need to go through a long, tedious process to transact. Now, with one single tap, you find all options to complete your transactions. Download the Orange Money app from Play Store and the iPhone App Store and start enjoying. Easy like 1, 2, 3.
Excuse me, one bottle of wine, that's another plate of barbecue chicken, and...
Wait up the wait 1 minute. Oh, come back. A lollipop. I know I told you to relax and enjoy. But sorry, I just checked and don't have enough cash.
Oh, man. Now you're worried there. Do that thing. I got cash on my phone. You will scan and pay. But, I want my money back as soon as you get home.
No problem there. But explain to me some more. Scan and pay?
Yes. With money in your Orange Money wallet, you can now scan and pay using QR codes. Check with your favorite merchants. Don't be left behind. To pay, simply download and open the Orange Money Africa app, select Scan It, and scan. Now payment is as easy as 123 with Orange Money QR codes.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Hello, your number one 100% Liberian-owned professional garage and auto parts dealer, Uptown Garage, is still around and going stronger and getting better. Yes, Uptown Garage at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets, after 20 years in the business, has a new spare parts store known as Uptown Spare Parts on Broad Street side. You don't have to order spare parts from overseas. You can purchase brand new spare parts for your car from us. No more used parts. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to us. Uptown Garage has a branch at Rehab that you can also count on. We have a diagnoser that can find and we fix any problem on your car. With our sophisticated equipment, we give 1 month warranty. We provide a tow truck free of charge if it's our garage that will work on your car, but we can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Uptown Garage has been around for 20 years now, providing reliable, efficient, and professional services and durable auto parts for your car. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317 0886 553317 or at our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Our email address is uptowngarage2014@gmail.com. Uptown Garage, always the best. Forget the rest.
Sky 107.1 on this 13th day of October 2021 with me, Matthias Larneindee. With this topic, why is the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party refusing to form part or participate in the turning over ceremony of the CPP leadership to the Unity Party slated for October 15, 2021? You can now join us on the program by calling us on the numbers 0777 777 107, 0277 221 223, 0777 777 107, 0777 221 223. Let's hear from this first person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Yes, I'm Lawrence Kimaya, speaking from Benson Street, Snapper Hill.
Mr. Kimaya, go ahead.
Yeah. For me, I want those collaborating political parties to be mature in their order. Because the more they are ranking among themselves, the Coalition for Democratic Change will have a free ride in 2023. Whether they have a culture of saying that you have to be at the incumbent party headquarters voting, or humans will have to agree for the best avenue where the turning over will be. If the agreement of human beings, that will be maturely done, and then that it should be. I'm appealing to the executive committee of the Liberty Party so that they can find a consensus where the turning over is about human beings, it's not in buildings, so that can be done. Because the electors are looking at their arguments. Every time they are arguing in the collaborative political parties, the electors for 2023 were being disenchanted and giving a vote to the incumbent wherever they are being disenchanted on the economy and what have you. So I'm praying that it should get together and turn it over peacefully. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on the program. Let's hear from this person. It is the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party that is saying, well, madam, you're not doing it the right way. Let's do it at our party headquarters. Let the people come and receive it from us and take it to their party. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Larneindee.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Larneindee, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Michael E. Flomo Senior, and I'm phoning from Waterside.
Mr. Flomo, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. You see, what's happening in the CPP is not correct. Everybody there should be respected. You understand? The Liberty Party, I listened to the I can't remember her name, but she was on sponsor last night. She on the executive committee for the Liberty Party. You know, the woman spoke, you know exactly what she's saying. People going turning power over, and then the Liberty Party, which is a part of the CPP, not informed. I think I have to give respect to their colleague. The CPP or the whosoever at the hierarchy, the CPP should not be behaving in the kind of form and manner because they are government waiting. And when your government waiting, you should do things seriously. But the way they are moving, quite frankly, it's not going down well with Liberian people. Thank you, Larneindee.
Thanks for your contribution on the program as well. Do the same. Call us on the numbers 0777 221 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on 50/50 on Sky 107.1. This morning we are asking you a question. What exactly is leading to this action by the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party refusing to form part of the turnover ceremony of the CPP leadership to the Unity Party that's slated for this Friday? So with the communication we've read, I think the reasons are provided that certain procedures are not being followed by their political leaders, so therefore they cannot form part, of this ceremony. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthias.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
And good morning to the peace to other people of Nigeria.
Let's hear you, sir.
There's a trade to fill up to internet.
Internet, go ahead.
I join you from Jason Manan to the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And before we go with this, I want us to understand something here. Let it be clear. I understand from the onset that every political party has its own headquarters. But let us understand better. The CPP is using the party headquarters as the original headquarters. Like that is the information. Are you getting it?
I didn't get that.
I am saying that whenever the CPP is using the party headquarters as their original headquarters.
Well, the CPP is using the United Party as the original headquarters. I don't think the CPP has a specific headquarters. Whoever heads the leadership of the CPP, it is your party headquarters that becomes attractive at that time, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. Another thing is that I think the United Party is so requesting power because I guess a guy. Oh man, the guy who took the power yesterday are still yearning for power. Therefore, they cannot wait to allow 2023 party so everyone report. They are doing everything possible to gain power again. Therefore, they are trying to lead other parties or the whole system. Backed by the Liberty Party and current Senate Barrett.
Okay, thank you so much, Internet. Thank you, Internet. Let's hear from another person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Matthias. Thank you for having me on the line.
Mr. Larneindee, by the way.
My name is Andrew Moses, member of the Intellectual Alliance of Liberia, IA for short, a non-political organization.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. A non-for-profit. Mr. Matthias, let me say this. The Liberty Party not attending the 20-hour ceremony of the Unity Party to be heading the city.
Hold on, sir. Not the Liberty Party. I just informed the public that it is the National Executive Committee. It's reported that the National Executive Committee is planning to boycott the ceremony.
Okay, thank you. The National Executive Committee, because it has already Unity Party, but Liberty Party is about to endorse on the 20-hour ceremony. I think for that background, it should be the reason why do not want to attend the 20-hour ceremony. Because you cannot come on the radio and take the social media, something that we're not discussing now, something that we're not discussing internally, and then you come out to the public to defeat the public. The Liberty Party is a part of the Unity Party. I think that's a dead of the power of the Liberty Party, and they have to take after the Unity Party.
Well, thank you. Thanks for your contribution. Well, that is a fresh information that you just shared. Well, that's not what we have gathered so far. That the Liberty Party is going to be endorsing Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai during the turnover ceremony. But anything is possible in Liberia. Most of the time, we hear that wherever you see smoke, there's fire. So let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
This is Mohammed calling from Simco.
Mohammed, go ahead.
My problem is with you.
It's with me?
Yes, you, Matthias.
Go ahead, sir. Make your point.
The way you did the analysis of the letter, never, other option but to conclude that letter was not leaked, was deliberately given to you.
It was not leaked?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if it was given to me, then I'm lucky that somebody would trust me with such information. The only thing is that you cannot pull my leg now. You cannot pull my leg now to tell you my source, by the way. Just go ahead now.
Should I tell you what I said so?
Go ahead, sir.
There has been an agreement in the CP recently that no information officially should come out until it is officially endorsed to come out.
How is that my business?
I'm coming now, man. Let me finish. Sir?
Go ahead.
And based on the analysis, it is like you have indicted Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence already.
How so?
That's your analysis.
How so?
You keep analyzing and condemning her actions and conclude as though she has decided to take the action. Did you engage her when you got the letter? Did you engage her?
So, sir,
no,
so you also trying to say that she gave me this letter? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, not her. I'm thinking that Musa Bete has weaponized you.
Oh, you weaponized me? You know the meaning of weaponized?
Musa Bete has weaponized you.
Weaponized? You're using that word wrongly. Anyway, thank you so much for your contribution on the program this morning. Well, probably that's why sometimes you people try to make people to brag. But I think no politician has what it takes to bribe Matthias here in this country because my price is really high.
Come on.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen. My name is Kenem Harris. I'm calling you from Louisville, Kentucky, the USA.
Let's hear you, sir.
I just have two questions for you, the guys that hosting the show. Is this part of the CPP framework? I mean, written in a document that every turning over ceremony should be done at the party that is turning over to the other party. And then the second question is this not necessary? I don't know. The way I'm trying to frame the question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the way I'm trying to frame the question, I just don't want to go that level, so let's just leave it. But I just wanted to know if it is written in a framework document that all turning over ceremony should be here at the party that is turning over. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Well, let me hear, please. Julius, you need to put, anyway. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Dolake, you have to hold the line. Yeah, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Bill Rogers calling from Ghana.
Mr. Rogers, go ahead.
Yeah,
Your line is muffling. We're not really getting you clear.
Yes, in the CPP. Are you getting me clear now?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, serious politics going on the CPP, especially in our party, the Liberty Party. They are trying to use the Liberty Party. Some guys are trying to use the Liberty Party to be.
Oh, Mr. Rogers, he left the line. But let's move on to this other person. Is Mr. Jonathan Dolake? Is he ready? Dolake is an executive also of the ANC.
Matthias,
go ahead, make your point, sir.
Good morning, Matthias.
Good morning, Mr. Dolake.
And
go
thank
ahead.
you for the show. And I just want to say to the rest of us who are using this kind of platform to not label people otherwise. It is quite clear that the communication with the Secretary General quite clearly that indeed there is still this coherence within the Liberty Party.
Right.
And for us from the ANC, we think that any height to any constituent party of this agreement is indeed a height to the entire overall CPP dream. Now we have a turning over ceremony. We do not know where, because the last time I checked, it was at ANC headquarters. So if the CPP executive committee, if the CPP executive committee had not even met on this subject matter, I think we need to hang heads around it in a not too distant future to overcome it. I would like to say to Honorable Nyombi Kanga, the best strength of a leader is how the leader reconcile the fighters and forge ahead. To hold, for every individual to hold their ground and to demonstrate as a form of leadership, that is not leadership to the best of my recollection. So I will encourage Senator Yombli Kanga to see reason to meet with the other Liberty Party executive. It is on the same bank that I deliver a communication to the Liberty Party headquarters, the headquarters that should be hosting the Liberty Party political leader. But the political leader said that up to the period that she had a press conference, she had not received even a resubmitted document of the CPP framework and the Liberty Party resolution affirming her commitment to the CPP framework.
Mr. Dolake, are you informing the public here that the communication, referenced in this particular document in my possession, you were the crafter of that communication informing the Liberty Party political leader that the Unity Party is now ready to transition?
No, I didn't get a question clear, please.
You talk about you read a communication. On the 13th of September, Madam Yombli Kanga Lawrence, through the CPP Secretary General, received a communication informing her that the UP was ready to, for the transition process. Right? Not informing the UP that the Liberty Party was ready for, transition process and that they should put themselves in order, right? So what do you know about that communication?
Yes, I have heard similarly that the communication have been around, but my issue here today is that the 10-hour ceremony is not an event. It is a process.
Right.
So it must meet the National Executive Committee of the CPP, which is headed by the Liberty Party. And if we have not done that up to current period, tomorrow is Thursday, we got Friday, I think it's something that we have to show leadership to a larger extent. Because we cannot have the people divided. One group of people going to Liberty Party, Unity Party people having jamboree, having announcement. I mean, we got to give coherence because our supporters and those who admire us want to see the uniqueness in us. And so we have that obligation. This is no selfishness to say, I have the position and I must preside. No, what makes the position heavier is when the people are gathered around you and protect you and sharing ideas and sharing your aspiration.
Okay,
so
thank you so much, Mr. Dolake. That's Mr. Jonathan Dolake, a friend of mine who is a religious listener of all of my programs. Time I started way down the line, he just sent me some kind of comic text. Say, Matthias, the Liberty Party has a very small headquarters. Probably that's why they're using the Unity Party headquarters. I tell you, right? Let's move on to this other person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Well, Jonathan Harris
from what? Kakata? Go ahead.
Well, I have 2 points. One is, you are a professor. I have trust in FM, the original host, which is Mike.
Right.
Right? I have listened to so many radio stations. All right, like Clarence FM. I'm talking about your Clarence, your different person. All right? Different way, the way Clarence that way. But Clarence Jackson always read a letter. If you see that letter, you're going to deal with what? The public to feel much. But you are reading a letter, you are watching. He said, hey, you have all the but what I should do the rest.
Well, for some reason, I'm not really getting you too good, sir. I respect every view, but if you come clear, then we can give you more time. And if there's something I need to respond to, I do just that. Let us hear from this other person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm Jay-Z. I'm calling from the US.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I listened to your analysis this morning. But I got a quick question for you. The last time I checked, Mr. Martin Kohler, the Secretary General of Liberty Party, was in your studio or was on another talk show saying that he was they were about to turn over the CPP chairmanship to the Unity Party 1-2. He was never going to be part of anything that was going to go beyond the 1st of October. Now, I believe that they are coming in the public to buy sentiment, because if you can all on those things, then you come out and say, oh, you're writing a letter asking the political leader to do X, Y, Z. I think they're not treating the lady fair, and they're not also treating the party fair, because if they have said that before, they should be saying that they're not going to the program because the time they should attend over, usually did not listen to them, but coming out like, oh, they're writing her, she did not inform them. And the next part I also want to talk to you on is, I think that optional. Matthias, you should have like invited someone from the Yombly camp to see how to better also counter react to that letter that leaked to you. So thank you very much for the show. But I think those are the 2 points I just wanted to bring up.
Thanks for your contribution, my brother. We're taking a break right now to be right back. When we come back, we hear from Princess, who's going to read out some comments.
I made a jackman and get the money.
Hey, man. Sorry, man. But you can ready that small thing about you.
Let's see, it's been a new pin. I just want to buy my credit for the week.
Hey, man. You worry for nothing. Just go get yourself a new thing. You'll be surprised with the kind of new gift I come with.
My old man. They are sitting here talking plenty.
Yes. Get a new SIM card for only 50 cents and you'll receive free 200 megabytes, valid for 7 days, and free 50 minutes on net credit, valid for 7 days. Now, all new customers acquiring a new SIM card will be able to use it right away. Enjoy rapid communication with friends and loved ones. We'll take pride in bringing you closer to what matters the most.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
What's up back home in LIV, man?
T-Brush, that you? Hey, good to hear from you, man. I'm surprised because most of you keep quiet when you go to America.
Come on, man. I told you I'll make the difference, girl. By the way, I need to send you some cash, but heard that the banks are closed today in LIV.
You sleepy? That brought home to another level. You can send your script to my phone.
Receive money from your family and friends in the U.S. directly into your Orange Money wallet. Yes, you heard me right. Tell your loved ones to download the BNB or Small World money transfer apps or visit their websites to begin transferring. Visit www.orange.com.lr for more information. Free for sender until 30th November.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Here we go. I am done transferring money from my account to my phone, and I didn't forget to purchase some data for both us.
Eva, Anna, how did you manage to finish the process so fast?
Man, I'm using the new app there. With just one tap, I see all I want to do, making transaction quick and easy for me.
You mean it easy and I only have to download the app?
Yes, so man. And by the way, the after you talk, I am paying using the same app, Major Action on the screen right in front of me.
No need to go through a long, tedious process to transact. Now, with one single tap, you find all options to complete your transactions. Download the Orange Money app from Play Store and the iPhone App Store and start enjoying easy life. 1, 2, 3.
Brings you closer.
Excuse me, Papa, give me 1 bottle of wine. That's another plate of barbecue chicken and...
Wait up the wait 1 minute. Oh, come back. A lollipop. I know I told you to relax and enjoy. But sorry, I just checked and don't have enough cash.
Oh, man. I am worried there. Little thing. I got cash on my phone. You will scan and pay. But I want my money back as soon as you get home.
No problem there. But explain to me some more. Scan and pay?
Yes. With money in your Orange Money wallet, you can now scan and pay using QR codes. Check with your favorite merchants. Don't be left behind. To pay, simply download and open the Orange Money Africa app, select Scan It, and scan. Now payment is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Orange Money QR codes.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hello, your number one 100% Liberian-owned professional garage and auto parts dealer, Uptown Garage, is still around and going stronger and getting better. Yes, Uptown Garage at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets. After 20 years in the business, has a new spare parts store known as Uptown Spare Parts on Broad Street side. You don't have to order spare parts from overseas. You can purchase brand new spare parts for your car from us. No more used parts. For original spark plug from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to us. Uptown Garage has a branch at Rehab that you can also count on. We have a diagnoser that can find and we fix any problem on your car. With our sophisticated equipment, we give 1 month warranty. We provide a tow truck free of charge if it's our garage that will work on your car, or we can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Uptown Garage has been around for 20 years now, providing reliable, efficient, and professional services and durable auto parts for your car. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317, 0886 553317, or at our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Our email address is uptowngarage2014@gmail.com. Uptown Garage, always the best. Forget the rest.
Welcome back to Sky 107.1. Let's now join Princess of Sky FM, the comments from our social media users.
New Jersey, USA. He said, Adogo Road. Kwame Brown writes, it is so sad that Musability leadership has become a serious embarrassment to the Liberty Party since he took over. This turnover has been in the pipeline for over a month now. Why is it becoming an issue now? Why should it be LP always in the public? Bona Yawolo Saki writes, good morning, Mr. Labendi. I'm following you from district number 18. I believe those EC members of the LP is doing this to disrespect their political leader and shame their party. These guys need to stop or else. Henry Helps writes, LP is no more Brumskin party. Those guys have sold the party to Ability. Nonsense. Morris S. Gable writes, good morning, T-Max. Unfortunately, it's not T-Max. He said, good morning to your listening audience following from Broad Street. I write from my comfort zone in Doe community along the Honorable Abraham Vamuya Kone Avenue. We hope the collaborating political party remains united and strong so that we can remove this so-called CDC government and CDC government that continues to impose hardship on the Liberian people. Bella Picking writes, Matthias, stop bringing sources news on this platform. Dedicate your news before coming on here. Clarence Pearson writes, the leaking used to be documents from the government. Now all the leaks coming from the opposition bloc. Liberia is very interesting. Benjamin Biswa writes, it is so sad that a vibrant party like Liberty Party is engulfed with so many problems at this time. I'm sure that the founder, the late Councillor Charles Walker Brumskin, is bitterly crying in his grave. For the party. Charles G. Kekula writes, I'm getting sick of this whole CPP thing. Ellison Ross to the 50-50 family, good morning to Labendi, my birthday. Say the Musability Executive Committee of the Liberty Party. He was present at the official endorsement ceremony of Cummins at the ANC headquarters. Going to the Unity Party headquarters will make his partner in progress Cummins angry. We don't need his presence there because of the stigma associated with him. We saw his leadership long ago that it was to bring embarrassment to the party. We are very focused and determined in moving forward. We all know that Ability and his colleagues are in bed with the government and agents of distraction within the CPP. I'm sure Wabena writes, Ability, we know your evil plan and you will be brought to shame very soon. Sewala Koli writes, to hear you this morning, brother. Lami Formula writes, this is why nothing good happening in this country of ours since 1822, because everyone acts as if they know it all. Blamoto writes, there's nothing in the framework that transition of leadership should be held. Prince Massacre writes, my man, there's nothing wrong with the venue. Randolph Jala writes, you are so biased, Mr. So-called presenter, for being so involved into it. Writes, the greatest. This whole situation is affecting the CPP, but in George Weah and Ellen Johnson's live interests. Lazarus Douglas writes, there is no specific procedure to turn over the CPP power. You're getting it wrong. Anso Tanga writes, some of you guys in the press making things difficult for the CPP also. We have seen a smooth transition from ALP to ANC and to LP. Why Musa Bilete wants to make things difficult for the UP? Amara Hadahar Sharif writes, I think you are putting your personal feeling in analyzing the letter. Did the CPP framework clearly state the venue of turning over? Your analogy of marriage and that of the CPP issue are in close. Ruth Salih writes, Liberians are so used to doing things the wrong way to the right way has become taboo in that country, and someone who tries to do it right becomes an outcast. Matthew Fanayon writes, Matthias, leaders in the CPP are all violators of their own framework documents. Imagine if they come to power. That will be the end of rule of law in Liberia. They all have some dictatorial tendency in them. That's why the whole CP fiasco will not come to fruition. Trust me, President Weah will get a landslide victory comes 2023. Charles Sefi writes, let me say thanks for the show today. And look, when it comes to the turnover, where turnover takes place is of no significance to the process of turning over. High-level political figures are majoring in manner and simply looking for faults on each other to prove they know better. What difference does it make going to the receiving party to turn over? I would suggest CPP set up a secretariat and office where all CPP day-to-day matters are handled. Thanks, he said, Charles Sevi, Pinsville City. Dakina Abraham writes, something I am getting to understand about our Liberia journalists. When they get information, they don't do an investigation first before coming to the public with information. And another problem I'm having with them, they don't listen carefully. And this final one, Eric passed away. I personally do not think this turning over ceremony should be magnified to this level. Haven't we learned yet from the accusations about the altering of the framework document? Everyone needs to put on their big boys' pants and proceed accordingly. My advice. That's all for now, Matthias.
And thanks so kindly to all of you who commented on our live feed this morning on 5050, today's edition of the program, the 13th day of October. By the way, thanks to all of you who criticized Matthias. Thanks to those of you who accepted the analysis. The beauty of democracy is that people should be given a chance to say what they think is necessary at a given time. But one thing I have to say quickly is that there is one analogy that we have heard repeatedly, and I've taken some time to do critical thinking to decipher that analogy, that wisdom, that what an old person sees when he or she is sitting in a valley, the child cannot see that when that child stands on top of the tallest mountain. One thing I've been able to learn from that particular saying is that wisdom in this case is not actually the human being, the old person in particular. I mean, the old person or the wise person, which is the old person, is not really a human being. It's wisdom, right? Wisdom is the oldest thing in the world. And that child in question could be an old person who lacks wisdom. But even if that person stands on top of the mountain, they cannot see it because wisdom is older than that person, regardless of your age. So some things that we need to do is that we have to apply wisdom in everything that we do. So thanks to all of you. My name is Matthias Labinde. Do join us tomorrow morning for another fascinating edition of the program 5050.